Welcome back, everybody. Spot On Jaguars podcast brought to you by Teal Reign. The countdown's over and football season's finally here. We got a great show for you today. We're going to do a Jaguars Colts preview. We're going to get into the season-long pick'em challenge between the three of us, and we're going to answer some questions for the mailbag. So if you like Jaguars football and all things Duval, hit the like and subscribe button, mash the notification bell, and let's get started. Okay, everybody, we're back, and it's that time of year. It's football season. We're starting up game number one, Jaguars Colts at the Colts, Indianapolis Colts. Colts are in a little bit of down year.
I'm not mad about
it. Not mad about it. They're rebuilding. They took their first pick quarterback out of Florida, Anthony Richardson. Jaguars building off a successful run last year, for us at least, Jaguars success to the postseason, winning the first game, losing to the eventual champion Kansas City Chiefs. And let's get right into the preview. Talk a little bit about Anthony Richardson. First off, let me start by saying this.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I was accused of fence riding during the preview.
You downplayed it.
The divisional preview.
Tap dancing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tap dancing, if you will. And I personally think that Anthony AR-15 is a bust. I'm going to say B-U-S-T bust. I don't think he's going to be worth. And the reason being, and it only goes completion percentage. That's it. I think that that's the main key to NFL quarterback. You can get away with certain stuff in college. You can get away with a 53% completion percentage. Not in the NFL. This is the big boy leagues. This is the pros. And I think if he doesn't clean that up, it's going to be a long, long season for him and a long career. I don't think it's going to last. So saying that, I'm predicting big bust for Anthony Richardson. And by the way, have we even ever seen a guy that came in with poor completion percentage and cleaned it up and got to be that caliber? I mean, Josh Allen, is that the list? Buffalo Josh Allen came in poor and cleaned up. That's the list. So he's going against history. I don't think he's that guy. And I'd like to even go on record and say I think they'd be better starting Gardner Minshew in the present time and letting this guy sit and learn. But so...
Well, I think they probably would just, but they're I think when you draft somebody that high and you commit to saying he's going to be the franchise quarterback, you ride with them and you let them take their lumps. So I mean, I'm actually glad that they're starting him over Minshew.
Say it as a non-Jaguar fan.
No, I'm saying as a non-Jaguar fan,
Yeah.
I mean, I get why they go with him.
Throw him into the fire?
Yeah, throw him into the fire. And I think that he is a freak athlete. He's like...
He's got the intangibles.
I mean, But the only thing is, so I agree that those types of quarterbacks, the completion percentage is huge, and that they're the type of guys that, they flash and they do a lot of things, and then, they'll win you some games and they'll have some highlights. But then when you face a real team and you face a real coach, when they can scheme it up and they figure out your tendencies, they lose. Yeah, I mean, they lose. And so now I'm not as, I'm not saying as vehemently as you that he's going to be a bust. I think that he could, what vehemently means, Jeff?
Big word time. Big word alert.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Why'd you look at me?
I'm just trying to look out.
All right, finish your thought.
So, no, but I'm just saying, I think that he has tools. He's a great guy. They say he's a smart guy. They say he works hard. Watching him at Florida, it was kind of like the inconsistency. He'd look awesome one day, and then the next.
Which I blame on coaching.
I know. Yeah, right. You blame on coaching.
I was going to say, I want to hear it from the big Florida fan. Tell me, give me your breakdown here.
I don't think he's going to be a bust. I think he's a phenomenal athlete. He's got all the intangibles. His downfall is accuracy, like you said. I would not, as a owner or a coach, I would not start him. I would not throw him in the fire yet. I would let him learn from, even though Gardner Minshew's not a veteran quarterback, but he has some experience.
Would you say their best chance to win the game is to start?
He's not a veteran. He's not like a veteran.
Okay, who is the best chance? Who gives them the best chance to win a game today, present tense? Gardner Minshew, Anthony Richardson.
I'd say Gardner.
I think Gardner.
All day long.
Now,
I would be more scared in this game, and my prediction of the score will be different.
Well, don't do your prediction. We're gonna get the prediction. Hold on, not yet.
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
But it would be different if Gardner was starting.
I agree.
Okay.
Because you get Anthony, he's east and west fast, obviously. So is our defense. His accuracy.
Okay.
So I agree with that, but I also think that it could be like a wild card situation where either way, whether it was Gardner or Anthony Richardson, I would pick the Jags to win, but
score would be different.
Score would probably be different, but it could be that kind of wild card, off schedule, crazy weird, crazy stuff always happens in week 1 anyway. And if you get a quarterback that can break an 80-yard run or something like that and just do something crazy out of his mind, like it's not going to be technically sound, but because of all the crazy stuff, you could see something crazy happening more, I think, with Anthony Richardson.
Hypothetically, if Gardner was starting, you wouldn't think he would have a little tiny chip.
Oh yeah, 100%
on his shoulder.
A big chip.
Versus the Jags.
I mean, yeah. As a coach, I'm playing chess. I'm going, and if I want to win, even though they're in the rebuilding mode, but I still want to win, I'm putting Garner in against his former team.
Okay, so now the old saying is a young quarterback or rookie quarterback's best friend is a running game, a potent running game. The Colts, obviously, all-world running back Jonathan Taylor is out for 4 games injury, but also he had the public feud with the owner. Jim Irsay and him got into it a little bit. Maybe there was a trade demand. Maybe no one knows how that came out. Irsay said he was definitely not trading him or giving him the extended contract, whatever their little argument was. They're missing all-world running back Jonathan Taylor. That's good for the Jaguars.
That's great for the Jaguars.
And backup running back Zach Moss is questionable. So,
going to your third string.
Now they're the third string running back. And once again, the rookie quarterback or young quarterback's best friend is a running game, and he's not going to have that.
He's not going to have it.
I feel like this might get away from him, and that's not even an indictment on him. It's that the running game's not going to be there to back him up.
And you're going against a very fast East and West aggressive defense,
right? And we're thinking this defense is going to take a step forward this year, meaning better than they were last year. And not that they were bad last year; they were decent.
Oh yeah,
we're thinking that might become a strength this year with the additions in the extra years given to some of the younger guys. And we're thinking that I think this might get away from the Colts early. So, Ben, talk about the defense. Talk about the running backs.
The Jags defense or
Jags
their
defense. I want to talk about the Jaguars.
So here's my thing. I think this to me kind of reminds me a little bit of.
It's coming, people. Don't worry.
Of 17. I think it reminds me a little bit of 17 in that. Even though we weren't really expecting it in 17 when we played that game.
17 was a shocker. I agree.
Yeah, right.
This is the Saxonville team.
Right. But that Houston game, it was like a coming out party, and I've got so much Jags PTSD where you're always kind of expecting something bad to happen over the years.
I think everybody does.
To a degree, but I really feel like, man. I kind of feel like we're going to stomp them. I kind of feel like we're going to come out and we're going to beat the brakes off of them. Me too. I don't want to jinx it and everything, but it just kind of feels like
it's a different feel.
And it starts with the quarterback and the coach, but also it's just the whole vibe and the mindset of the team. They're not like in 18 when we came out. We weren't there mentally. We had carryovers from 17, but we didn't have the right guys in-house. We got guys that had gotten full of themselves, and there was infighting, and there was guys wanting a contract, and this, that, and the other.
We got a guy coming out of a bank truck.
Right.
Going,
exactly. It was a mess. And with this, man, the chemistry's there. They were pissed about how last year ended. And they're like, you know what? I just feel like they're going to go in and just handle business.
Yeah,
I think,
and I wouldn't even, and as a fan, through the years of disappointment, I wasn't even upset of how last year ended because we rode from 3-7.
I know what you mean. You're upset. You don't want to lose, but
I wasn't like,
oh no, man. We would consider last season a successful season.
Well, no, but even in the Chargers game, I remember when we were down, it didn't occur to me to leave. Because I don't know if you had the same feeling, Jeff, but I was like,
I didn't feel good. I was sick. I had to
under the weather.
Yeah, under the weather. It was chilly outside.
I was very sick. Actually.
You're under a lot of things.
But okay. So,
did you say under 3 foot tall?
No, you're not under 3 foot tall. Right, but no. But what I'm saying is that same kind of thing. I'm taking a shot at you in a little bit, but I was also kind of like, you know what? It was a hell of a season.
Great season.
It was. I'm going to ride it out, and we might be getting stomped, and this is going to be, yes, I'm disappointed. And then, same thing with Kansas City. You know what I mean? It was like you obviously wanted to win, but you could say, you know what?
You held
hell of a season. Yeah, you did. You did.
The Kansas City game was
like we never expected to be there.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And so when we lost Kansas City, and it was a close game,
Right, that's
and Chad Henne, F that guy, did that one drive which should have never happened. It was still, I'm going,
96 yarder.
you know what?
But-
I am still excited about that season. I was still
Eric,
excited.
that's
we're
what's-
talking. We're talking right
Yeah,
now.
That's what stings.
Grown-ups are talking right
That's what stings is that the Kansas City game was a winnable game. So I still feel that the heartbreak, the letdown, it was winnable. We had it.
It's a heartbreak because you lost, but when you look at it as a whole, going, man, we should have never really. We were 3-7.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you come back and beat the teams you did in the fashion that you did it? It is, to me, a successful season in Doug's first year. I was excited.
The reason that I'm excited now, the reason that it wasn't as devastating, even though you wanted to win, is honestly, it's Trevor Lawrence. We have something that we have not had ever. I love Brunell, but we've never had that stud, MVP candidate quarterback. And so even if something goes wrong this year or whatever, I'm not going to be depressed. I'm not going to be in a deep
100%.
depression because I'm like, you know what? We still got a chance next game or next year or whatever it is.
What
you know
quarterback throws as many interceptions in a primetime game as he did against the Chargers, but still stays so focused and so determined
Yeah.
that he keeps throwing the ball?
And the team rallied around him. This is the thing,
Rallied.
people, there was funny clips of
He
Trevor.
should start doing the Tebow. Everybody rallied.
They were,
Do we thank the Jets for getting us Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you to the Jets.
Yes, big thank you. But
New York always messing it up.
there were people sharing clips of Trevor Lawrence, at pregame, and he wasn't exactly enthusiastic. I mean, he wasn't like inspiring in what he was saying to the people, and like I saw people commenting, man, this guy couldn't lead me, he's going to be terrible, whatever. And then you had the people that were saying he's going to be a bust in year one. I never, ever, ever, that never even entered my mind. And the reason is because of his mental makeup and his character. Forget the physical tools, but
The physical, 6'6",
right,
laser arm,
laser
great
rocket
hair.
arm, great, perfect, exactly.
I thought you just liked him for his hair.
I'm jealous of his hair, but
That gives him a boost, a 5% boost of quarterback skills.
it does
for sure.
But what I always said is why I didn't have a doubt in him is because he was the grown-up in the room. That dude stood up there at the press conferences after every disappointing loss and after all the BS that was surrounding the team with herbs and everything like that, and he took it. He wasn't deflecting. He stood up there. He answered all the questions. He was a class act. And I'm like, this guy can come in here and do that. It'll come together. It will come together because he's got all the tools. He's smart. And so now we enter this year, and it's like now we have a real coach. We have the weapons. The weapons around him. There's some deficiency. There's some questions that we have. But
no major holes.
Getting back to the Colts matchup, which is what we're
Sorry,
discussing.
we were going on. We're getting a little excited.
We're
right
back last year.
Trevor has that effect on.
Let's get back to the Colts. And
no, it's relevant because it's how did we get here, and we're here now, and so all of that stuff has made us into what we are now.
Saying that, but getting back to the Colts, and last season we split with them 1-1 divisional opponents. So those games are always a little bit more dicey. It's not just saying we're going to run over them like that. Divisional opponents always ready for it. You see them twice this season. Trevor in his career 2-2 versus the Colts. 1-1 last season. 1-1 with the Urban Meyer year, the throwaway year, but 0 interceptions versus the Colts all time. So you gotta keep that in account. But this year we're going to give the Colts a little bit something different. Calvin Ridley is on the team. They haven't seen this before. And the Colts defense, historically, if going back a few years, was above average. Now we're feeling like they've lost a couple guys. They're having a down season. It might be. I think this. Plus, like I said, they haven't seen Calvin Ridley. They haven't seen the up-tempo offense that we're expecting them to run. So I think, like I said, this might get away from the Colts. I think this is going to be. I don't want to say a walk in the park, but I think it's going to be a pretty big win margin.
Like you said, they have a rookie quarterback who has terrible accuracy, and they're down 2 running backs.
Right.
Where is the offense?
That's my thing. So
where's the offense?
Michael Pittman Jr. receiver, really good player, but
where's the offense going to be?
Can he find him? Right.
I feel like the defense is going to be on the field the entire time for the Colts.
You take out all the feel good stuff and all the good feeling like, oh, we're going to win because we're fired up or whatever, and you just actually break it down to Jimmy's and Joe's, and even if Anthony
Jimmy's and Joe's.
That's the first time I've heard that.
You've never heard that
This is
before.
some Kentucky stuff that I've never heard of before.
No. As you know, I'm a coach.
This is
I'm a coach. I'm a championship winning coach, And
their whole team,
toddler.
they don't have Jimmys and Joes. They have
James and Jills in that case.
Yeah,
But
James and
no,
Joes.
but no, what it is.
So let's go. But yeah, go
You've
ahead.
never heard Jimmy's and Joe's, not X.
Nobody has heard of Jimmy's and Joe's.
Leave it in the comments.
It sounds
Leave it
like
in
a
the comments.
barbecue place.
No, they
Going to
say
Jimmy's
it's
and Joe's.
Jimmy's and
They got good ribs over- they got good
Joe's.
ribs over
Hold on
there.
a
Check it
second.
out, yeah.
Let me enlighten you. It's Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. Meaning it's about the players. It's not about the coach.
Okay.
So
And
and
write that down.
Yes,
Yeah,
write
I'll
it down.
document
That's
that.
good
We need
stuff.
It's not about the
Yeah.
coach,
All right.
It's not
Go
about the
ahead.
coach.
Go
Thanks.
ahead.
Exactly.
Remember that.
So-
Not
Leave it
about
like
the
those, some
egomaniac.
I
backwoods
know. I'm aware.
redneck
Trust
crap.
me.
Go ahead.
I know that because people said that to me before. Because they're like, "You didn't do anything, coach."
Welcome
But
to
no,
Spot on Jaguars. I'm Eric. This is Jimmy. That's Joe. We're talking X's and O's.
We're talking Jimmy's and Joe's, baby.
Jimmy's and Joe's.
All right, reeling it in.
Brought to you by Jimmy's and Joe's.
Can I make my
Barbecue.
point, little fella?
Sorry, well, no.
I've lost control. I don't know what's happening anymore.
He don't.
But hey,
Go ahead.
we're fired up, man. It's
Mother ever
the
said.
regular
No, football's
season.
back. Football's back. We can
Football's back.
expect it a
But
little
here,
bit.
what my
Hang on,
point.
he's
Hey,
gotta
listen.
finish.
My point is this:
Jimmy's and Joe's.
the Jimmys and Joes, we have the better players. Even if Richardson gives us fits and the defense can't totally contain him, I know that our offense is going to give them fits and they can't contain us. You know what I mean? I just can't envision a scenario where we're not putting up points on them
Facts.
and they're going to be able to match it.
When you saying that, I'm shocked to see ESPN give them a 34% chance to win. I'm like,
Yeah.
where are you getting the 34%?
You know, it's away.
predictor.
You got some wild cards, but it's week
I
one.
mean,
Crazy
Talking
stuff
about
happens.
the injury report, light on our end.
Very
Antonio
light.
Johnson, safety, doubtful for the game, and Tyler Lacey, defensive end,
we
questionable.
have
for the game.
others, but they're like long term.
yeah, the
we
long
knew that-
term,
we knew that.
which everybody
Right,
knows about.
right.
Yeah. But light on our end.
Antonio Johnson, Tyler Lacey, doubtful and questionable. So it looks like we'll be, near full strength.
They
and,
have the
ready to
biggest
go.
ones. They're two running backs.
Clearly, yes. So that also favors the Jaguars. And
Another thing is their secondary.
Is it down? Is it
They're young and they're inexperienced. Like that. Like I feel like the cornerbacks. They got
they are definitely in trouble.
Blackman, the safety. Shout out. He's a good player, but the rest of the secondary, and to me that's not a good combination.
That is not-
An inexperienced
And
an inexperienced secondary versus Peterson. And then our weapons, I mean, that to me doesn't.
Yeah, because our
Bode
receiving
well.
core is pretty.
I'm just going to give you some
Pretty stacked.
fantasy football advice here. Play all your Jaguars this week.
Oh, I
They're
got
going to be
them.
in the end
I
zone.
got three of them.
They're going to be in the end zone.
Three of them.
Let's get to some predictions for the game. I'm going to predict the final score. I'll go first. I got the Jaguars 31, the Colts 10. I think this gets away from the Colts. I also think they score a touchdown late when the Jaguars go into the prevent defense. I think they pick one up. Maybe we run AR out of the game and Gardner Minshew comes in and picks one up for them. I don't know, but they might get a late score. 31.
That's a good prediction.
31-10 Jaguars. Jeff, give me your take.
30. I say 38-13. I say they score one touchdown. I don't know if it's early or late, but they'll have two field goals. But 38-13.
We're gonna see who's closer. Ben, give me some numbers.
Oh, you stole my 31. I wanted to say 31, so I'm gonna say 20.
No, you said 28-14. Did he?
No,
not?
I said 28. No, I said it was. I was gonna say 31-13.
He had the most default Jimmy's and Joe's.
Jimmy and Joe.
freaking
Jimmy will have
score.
28. Joe's gonna have 13. No,
Yeah.
give me
making
go ahead,
stuff
go
up
ahead.
again,
give
bro.
me your count. Give me the score.
But so I wanted to. I wanted to say. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
I don't know, here, but go ahead.
So I wanted to say 31-13, but when you said 31, I said I'll make it 28. So
Okay.
it's 28-13.
28-13. All right. Well, so we all expect a wide margin victory. Pretty easy going. Okay.
Yeah, I expect a very, very wide margin dominated by the Jaguars. And I haven't said that in a long time, being the Jaguars going to die, but I feel it.
Yeah.
I just
You used to hope the Jags will win. Now you're expecting the Jags to
I
win.
expect it because you got to, like you said, rookie quarterback who has terrible accuracy. Can he run?
Bust rookie quarterback.
I don't think he's going to be a bust.
Put it out there.
But he runs very fast. But we have a very fast linebacker core that goes east and west that contains him. I just don't see.
Okay.
I don't
We
see
played
him
the
doing
run
much.
well, and so
don't see him doing
for
much.
me, the pessimist in me wants to say not only just waiting for something bad to happen as a Jags fan.
I'm trying
and
to do the PSD.
No,
PTSD.
yeah, no.
I'm
So
trying
that's the thing.
I'm trying to let it go.
Me too, and Trevor's helping me to do that. But in this team and Peterson, but like seriously, I'm like the week one stuff happens. The type of quarterback that they have can do some crazy stuff.
I just don't
With
see
all
it
that said, I'm trying to talk myself into it, and
Yeah,
I truly, if we won by a touchdown, I would be disappointed. I would not be shocked just because it's like, whatever. The world wouldn't be ending. We got the W. It's the NFL. Stuff happens. But really, that's not what I feel. Like, honestly, I really feel like we're going to stomp them.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
If something happens to where we lose, I'd be Clemson Duke shocked.
Okay, so let's have some fun now. I'm gonna give out some crazy stats that may or may not happen. They're not gonna be too unreasonable. Okay. I'm gonna give out some stuff for some certain players, and then we're gonna pick one. We're all gonna lock one in, and the winner gets to make the other two have a punishment, and we'll pick out the stats. I'm just gonna say mine right now.
So what happens if nobody wins?
Then no punishment. Clearly. Okay, but I'm going to say mine right now.
We all punish each other.
I know that Ben owns at least one Blaine Gabbert jersey. If I'm right,
I would 100% agree with that.
I want Ben wearing a Blaine Gabbert jersey on the next show.
I'll try to dig it out of storage. I still have it.
All right. So that's mine.
Or to the next game.
Home
game.
Ooh. Let's really hit him. The home game's the Chiefs. He won't do it. We can't get him to do it. He can quit the show. All right, Ben, what do you pick? What you pick out a punishment? Come on, give me something.
You gotta take a shot of bourbon.
Nope, tequila. He hates tequila.
I might die. I can't take a shot. I mean,
tequila.
This is a death
blow. It's worth the risk.
On the air?
Yeah, on the air.
On the air. But I have good tequilas.
All right, I'm historical. I do not drink, so that's this might kill me. Right. There might be a live death on the air.
Every episode we'll have.
Hey, there'll be an opening for someone.
Right.
All right, let's give Jeff a punishment. Ben, what are we gonna do if we win?
Jeff.
All right, let's make Jeff sit on a phone book for the entire podcast for the next episode.
You got to drop the chair down to a normal height and then sit on a phone book.
First of all, who the hell has a phone book?
A dictionary. We'll get us a book. We'll get a magazine.
Do they still make phone books?
Do they still make phone books? Yeah, we're dating ourselves here. We're aging ourselves. All right, so let's get to some stats. Let's get Trevor Lawrence. I'll give him 3 touchdowns and 400 yards passing. We'll go Calvin Ridley, 2 touchdowns and 120 yards receiving.
I'm going to go with that one.
Trayvon Walker, 3 sacks, which, rookie quarterback.
I want Caleb on with 1 sack.
That's impossible. We're not going to. Jaguars defense total as a whole, 4 interceptions on the rookie quarterback. Or podcast favorite, Tank Bigsby, 100 yards on the ground with a touchdown.
I'm going to go with the Calvin Ridley.
You want the Calvin Ridley? So Jeff wants Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, that's believable.
Ben,
120 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, that's
doable. Okay,
got it first.
You're on Calvin Ridley. Ben,
what rate it to me again?
You want Trevor 3 touchdowns, 400 yards. Trayvon 3 sacks. Jags D 4 interceptions, or Tank 100 yards and a touchdown.
Oh man, I stole the good one.
I'll do Tank.
You got Tank?
Yeah.
All right, and I'll take Trevor Lawrence 3 touchdowns and 400 yards. So we're locked in. Lock him
up. So what happens if?
Well, we get to make the rules. Whatever you want to happen.
Right,
what do you want to make the?
Because I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
All right, so you get to inflict pain.
Let's say I win, but you're really close. Let's say he gets 398.
No, really close is not a win. No,
but he's so far off.
Oh yeah, see
what I'm saying?
Nope, we have to have parameters. We have to have structure. It has to be. We got to play by the rules.
You got to hit it dead on. Is basically. Right.
I just know.
Over.
I just know if Calvin Ridley or Tank Bigsby go off, I'm gonna have to take a shot. It's gonna be painful.
I'll have a picture of you up on the wall.
I'll be so excited.
Like right next to the next host.
I'll be drunk the entire podcast. That's not gonna be.
I like it. He said the next thing you're gonna see after you take a shot, he can be at Total Wine buying tequila.
Get that Sincoro.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Now for a fun little segment, we're gonna do the season-long Pick'em challenge, where we're basically gonna pick games, and we went through this before the start of the show, and we agreed on a lot of games, but the ones we differ on, we're gonna pick them. We're gonna keep a running tally of who picks the winners better.
We actually agreed on a lot more than I thought we would. I don't like agreeing with you guys.
Yeah, I don't like agreeing with you guys.
I agree with that.
But okay, so we're gonna throw out our picks out there, and we'll keep a running tally. We'll have some fun with it along the way. See who knows football better between the 3 of us. So starting with the Bengals at the Browns. Jeff and I picked the Browns at home. Ben picked the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow coming off that little injury. I think maybe they're rushing him back a little bit. And Burrow sneakily is 1-4 career-wise versus the Browns. So I think that home team, Deshaun Watson has to play better. I like the Browns. Jeff, you go Browns. Ben, you got the Bengals. All right, check that one off. The next one's Tampa Bay Bucks at the Minnesota Vikings. Ben and I agree that the Vikings will win. Jeff likes the Bucks.
Buccaneers, baby.
Baker Mayfield believer.
I think it's gonna be a shocker.
That will be a shocker to us. 49ers at the Steelers. 49ers traveling across the country to play the Steelers. Ben and I like the Steelers. Jeff is going with the Niners. I think that Brock Purdy injury, I don't know. Steelers came on hot at the end. They were trying to win for Mike Tomlin.
Defense, 49ers, though. Defense, though. That's one of those toss-up games.
It's a game that I wish Bane would show up at because I hate the Steelers and I hate the 49ers too, honestly.
New Orleans in Tennessee. Ben and I like the Saints. Jeff is going with the Titans.
I'm going with the Titans.
Your heart wants the New Orleans Saints, I hope, Jeff. We don't like the Titans around these parts. And Green Bay and the Bears. Jeff going with the Bears.
Bears.
Yep. Really?
Yeah.
They got that good running back.
Justin Fields, the running back. Yeah. No, I mean, Jordan Love's waited for this for 5 seasons. It seems like
I just don't see him win. I just don't see him win. At the Bears.
That's why we had the segment. And the Monday Night Football, Bills, Jets on 9/11. Ben and I like the Jets.
I'm going Bills.
Jeff going with the Bills. Jeff, you and I, me and Ben are on a lot of the same ones, and we only differ on one.
Yep.
Contrarian.
So we like Ben and I both like the Jets at home, and Jeff has the Bills. So that's 6 games, and we'll have a tally on the. Ben will get the tally up on the screen.
Did we pick the Jaguars versus the Colts?
We're all the Jags.
When we all say the Jags have the bigger number than the Colts, that's
we all agree.
All right. And then I'd like to read some viewer mail. Not mail. This is the DMs, the questions that we get.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Some of them are not available for the air, but. First one is, how tall is Jeff? Why do we always pick on Jeff for being short? Jeff, answer the question. The viewers want to know how tall.
I am 5'9". I am not...
The average male height.
I am not short.
Okay, so 5'9".
I'm just shorter than them.
Which makes you short.
Which makes me short. So let's just get that air right there.
The other one that people keep asking about is why do Jeff and I pick on Ben about the autograph seeking? And yes, why do you always give Ben a hard time about... Ben, did you write this email?
I honestly think it came from Ben.
Ben at Yahoo. Did you write this email?
No, it's another Ben. It's a common name.
Oh, it's a common name. Okay, so Ben wants to know why we give flack to Ben about autograph seeking.
Because they're jerks.
Okay.
So that one didn't count because it can't come within the house.
Send your questions to us on Instagram or in the comments, and we will get back to them. No, those are some fun ones. We actually do get asked.
Thank you for asking that question.
We actually do get asked these questions, but that's a lot of fun. Ben, let's talk about the viewing party at Dos Gatos that we've been invited to. So talk about our guys down at Dos Gatos. Gracious invited the whole podcast crew down. Free food and free shots for every touchdown. All the away games. That's the celebration house. So if you want to get down to the Dos Gatos down by the Florida Theater, downtown Jags,
yeah, it is.
Come check us out. We're gonna get there for one game. We'll be filming this weekend. I don't know if we'll be there, but definitely tell them that we sent you out there.
Shout out and go out there. He's family to me, Sione, who a lot of y'all might know from the D Line, the Jags D Line. Real tall Samoan drummer. But he's a bartender out there and he works all the games, so definitely go and show him some love.
Tell him you heard about it from Spot on Jaguars.
It's a good spot too, you know.
Yeah,
I've been out there quite a bit. So shout out Dos Gatos. But yeah, we'll be out there for maybe a couple games this year. But we already kind of had something for this.
We're going to be doing a little filming thing for that one. But okay, perfect. And so that'll do it for this is it. Next time you see us, we'll be NFL ready. We'll hopefully want to know.
Yeah.
And
there ain't no hope. No. We ain't smoking hopium over here.
No, actually, I'm not ending on that note. Let me ask Jeff. Jeff, so we've had a little bit of a back and forth in the comments section. And this is about Jeff's golf score from a best ball tournament he played last week. There was maybe somebody. Jeff, you take it. Tell us what happened, Jeff.
There's nothing to be exposed. Okay. Because I played, we had a team, we had a charity, it's best ball. I don't play golf that much. I played twice this year. I was really good.
For you, really good for you.
Actually, our team was really good. And obviously, my nephew, who's on my team, decided to talk some smack and said, what did he say? I was on his team.
You played terrible. You played horrible, terrible, yeah.
So, Michael Grant.
Wait, I thought we were leaving anonymous. Okay, Michael Grant.
He was on the team specifically picked by me because he drives the ball very well.
How'd he drive?
Terrible. He was off in the woods. He lost more balls than I've ever seen him lose ever. But I
You carried the team.
Carried the team. I didn't care. I didn't carry the team, but I hit the ball really good off the tee box. I putted very good, so there ain't no exposure.
There ain't no exposure.
There ain't
Okay,
no
okay.
exposure.
So Jeff
There's
wanted to
no
get the last
exposure.
word, and Jeff has the platform. So you got the comments, Michael. We want to hear back. Michael, give it to this guy,
Michael
please.
Grant.
Don't. We're not
Michael
leaving
Grant.
it here.
Stop talking smack.
We're not leaving it
And
here,
telling
Mike. Get
lies.
back at him. All right. That'll do it. Spot on, Jaguars. Brought to you by Teal Reign. Next time we see you, Jags will be 1-0. Till next time, we're out.
See y'all. Michael Grant, don't leave any comments.
Michael Grant, get him, boy.
Jeff got his feelings hurt on that one. Don't ever talk about Jeff's golf game.
Because you.
Golf and hats. He takes
Next
very
we'll
serious.
be talking about your funeral service.
Good show, boys.
Good show.